One of the keys to success in any endeavor is to be able to measure your progress. That also goes for goal setting. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire, which is our intent today, of course. And you know, when you've set your goals, and one of the things that you want to do is to make sure that you are making progress. All right. Now, obviously, if you're, have a particular objective and it's a physical objective, you want to get to this point, to that point, to that point, you can measure your progress. What I'm talking about is measuring the progress inside your brain. Okay. Why do I say that? Because once again, successful people are 19 to 1. Okay, 19 people are unsuccessful, 1 person successful. And as we've mentioned many times on this channel, the people that are in the group of 19, the 95 percenters, they think the same way, do the same things. The people in the 5% group, the 1 out of 20, they also think the same way and do the same things, but their thinking is different than the other 19. So let's talk about how you feel in here with making progress, and you'll know that you're thinking in the right direction, becoming one of the 5%ers and not remaining in the 95% crowd. First thing is, when you wake up in the morning, you are excited about waking up. You're waking up to your strengths. You wake up, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing today. You have a ritual planned, something you're going to do, and you're ready to use your strengths to move your cause forward. So you're waking up to your strengths every single morning, instead of waking up like, oh, what do I got to do today? Oh, look, it's raining out, it's going to be a miserable day. That's not how you wake up. That's not how the 5%ers wake up. They wake up, they're excited. Why? They have a plan, a goal, an objective. 2, you're starting to realize how dysfunctional everything is, and I'm also talking about including your own family. Once again, it's divided up 95%, 5%, 1 out of 20. And if you're taking your advice from the people that are in the 95% group, guess what you're going to be? You're going to be part of the 95% group. But here's the thing that's very difficult. Your parents love you. Your brothers and sisters love you. Your friends love you. Your spouse loves you. However, if they are in the 95% group, I'm sorry to tell you this, but their thinking is dysfunctional. So you have to be able to separate yourself from that kind of thinking. And one of the biggest problems that people face is they're getting loving advice from people that are very, very close to them. And here's why it's difficult. Because these people that love you are very sincere in wanting to help you. However, their thinking is the 95% thinking. So you have to be able to separate that and think like a 5%er. Number 3, you're worrying less about impressing other people and doing what's right for you. How many people wake up every day and say, well, what is he going to think about that? What is she going to think about that? Okay, or they go to their social media and they see that this guy did this, and certainly it's something, great achievement, was embellished, or this person had that calamity, or so on and so forth. What are these people doing? They're concerned with how other people think. The people, if you're going to be the 5%, or if you're going to be that 1 out of 20, guess what? You're separating yourself from the crowd. And if you're separating yourself from the crowd, you can't be concerned with how the crowd thinks. It's kind of as simple as that. You've got to be focused on reaching your objectives on what you think, and don't let other people say, oh, you're doing too much of this and you're not doing enough of that. Or focus on what it is you need to focus upon and be independent in your thinking, because most of the time, if you follow the 95% crowd, you're doing the wrong thing by definition. Does that make sense? Fourth, you're starting to feel anger and resentment. You're becoming conscious of your conditioning, and it's incredibly difficult because all of the emotions that you've suppressed start coming up to the surface, which means you have to face a lot of unwanted feelings about people that are close to you. Now, if you've been a people pleaser your whole life, you may feel guilty and ashamed in the beginning, because that's how you were programmed to feel. You've spent years putting other people's needs and desires ahead of your own without reflecting on your own needs. But now you're fed up with everybody's judgments, and you find yourself wondering why you were listening to them all along. You may even realize that some people that you once considered very close actually are causing you anxiety or uneasiness, and they're preventing you from achieving the goals that you want to achieve. And the fifth one I want to tell you about, and once again, this is your checklist. This is how you know that you're starting to think like a 5%er. The fifth box to check off is you're letting go of friendships and relationships that no longer serve you. What are you doing? You're sitting in the chair of judgment, and you've changed your outlook, and you're saying, is this person helping me to achieve the things that I want to achieve? And if they're not, then you're starting to either A, scratch them off your list completely, or B, minimize the time that you spend with them. Now, I'm not saying get rid of all your friends that you've known for 800 years. What I am saying is, remember, you become a conglomerate of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. Are these people putting you in a position to achieve the goals that you desire and you deserve? If not, then you need to readjust the time that you spend with them. I have a friend that I care very much about that helped me out when I was in a real down spot, and he calls, I talk to him, but I always make sure that our conversations are very short, because he's always so negative, he's always so down. And that's just one example. You might have other friends that do other things that are, will take you off your game. You want to make sure that you stay on your game. So if you want to stay on your game, check off these 5 boxes. All right, remember, you're waking up to your strengths. You're starting to realize how dysfunctional everything is out there. Why? Because you're 1 out of 20. Don't do what the 19 do. You worry less about impressing other people, and you focus more on the objectives that you want to achieve. You're feeling some anger and resentment because it was so long you were with these folks and you were becoming like them, and you're saying to yourself, my goodness, that was the wrong thing to do. I need to have my focus here. I need to have my vision here. I can't succumb to the wonderful world of distractions, which is frequently what these folks are doing. And the fifth one is, once again, remembering, choose the people that you associate with very carefully. And because we'll never end a meeting on a philosophical note, check off these boxes, measure your progress in here, and go out there and take charge. I'm Eli's dad.